It is Monday, September 1st, and it's time for Q&A. Today we have some amazing questions. What are my thoughts on alcohol, weight loss, and aging? I absolutely have thoughts on that. Can I buy my books? Can Christy buy my books on Amazon or Barnes& and Noble? And Lisa wants to know what I use in my body to make it look so smooth without any wrinkles. And then she said, I mean, like lotion. We're going to talk about that because I think it's more than what I'm putting on my skin. Although I'm happy to share that. It's no secrets. Anyway, let's dive right in. And if you're seeing me for the first time, I'm Elizabeth from Happy Healthy Not, 59-year-old, double certified weight loss, health and weight loss coach, author, content creator. A little wound up today. And three-time finalist in the Maximum CoverGirl competition in my 50s, competing with women mostly in their 20s and 30s. And Maxim has not yet announced their 2025 CoverGirl, but I've had my interview and I believe the announcement is coming out this month. So, keep an eye on all of my social media. And there are so many resources right here for you. I will drop links to my cookbooks and all my email list, all of the things in the caption of this video. So actually, I'll start with Lisa's question. What to use in your body to make it look so smooth without any wrinkles? I mean, like lotion. Okay, so I am big on moisturizing when I'm like, the best bet is to moisturize as soon as you get out of the shower. The very best thing is to do it while your skin is slightly damp and put in some body oil, but you also need to be careful because, shower slippery, all of those things. But I do like to use body oils typically rather than lotions. I just feel, or like butters and the body butters, things like that. But things that are very oil based really seal in the moisture on my body. And when your skin is moisturized, it's just going to look better. I will also, for bikini pictures, when I've got a lot of skin on display, I'll sometimes use some shimmering body oils that absolutely give it a little bit more of a glow. That light reflection is going to make your skin look better. But at the end of the day, the reason my skin is this fabulous, and I've had a lot of sun exposure at 59 is because of the way I eat and and the fact that I work out, that there's some muscle. I don't work out hard, but I do. I'm consistent. So I truly believe that the way that I eat, prioritizing protein and produce, starting with the protein from high quality protein dense foods. We are talking beef, fish, chicken, turkey, eggs, some cottage cheese and Greek yogurt, filling it with colorful fruits and veggies. That is what keeps my skin so healthy. Protein makes our skin firm. In addition, I have been supplementing with collagen for over 10 years. I've been using the exact same brand for like 7 or 8 years. I am absolutely going to link that in the caption because let me grab, actually, I have some right here. You can see these aren't scripted or that organized because I meant to have a visual aid here. So this is the collagen that I use. I specifically like this vanilla formulation, not just because it tastes good and it's a natural vanilla flavor, lightly sweetened with monk fruit. It's not gonna it tastes great in coffee, tea, you can blend it in shakes, whatever. But the main reason I love this one so much is because it also contains tremella extract. Tremella is known in ancient Chinese medicine as the beauty mushroom. Thank you, more please. Give me all the beauty mushrooms, right? So it helps to hydrate your skin from the inside out like hyaluronic acid. My sister and I both noticed a huge, huge, huge difference in our skin when we started using this specific collagen. We've both been using collagen for years. This brand, love it, love it, love it. They came out with this formula in 2020. My sister and I both noticed a difference in our skin in less than a month, like more improvement. So I swear by this stuff. Stir it into your coffee, tea, shake, smoothie, whatever. So I'll link this in the caption. So I really believe that the high quality protein that I consume, and then especially the collagen, because collagen specifically helps to firm up your skin, gives you stronger nails and hair. So I first started using this over a decade ago. Not this one, it wasn't available yet, to firm up the skin on my face. And I did indeed notice a difference in about a month, but it does the same thing for the skin all over your body. Collagen is the most abundant protein in the human body. And it's made up mostly of two amino acids, proline and glycine. They're considered non-essential because our bodies produce them. But we make less as we get older. Listen, they're all essential. Our bodies need them. So that's why I supplement with collagen. I have, as I said, for over 10 years. It's made a huge difference in my skin. And then lastly, I would say the fact that I have muscle. That just makes everything look firmer and healthier. And I'm not big. It's not like I'm, you know, jacked, but I have muscle. I have muscle in my legs from like walking hills every single day. I walk 15,000 steps a day. So that's going to make a difference also. But that is a great question, Lisa. Maya asked my thoughts on alcohol, weight loss, and aging. Um, okay, I'm going to preface this by saying I like alcohol and I do drink. I just got back from a trip to Italy where I drank more than normal. I felt amazing every day. It was Prosecco and limoncello, both of which are made there. Um, I do enjoy alcohol. I do indeed enjoy a cocktail. Like, I'm not going to say from time to time. I enjoy my cocktails. And I am very aware of the fact that alcohol absolutely interferes with fat burning. We're going to talk about that. And it can be very aging. So, I, so a couple things about alcohol. First of all, like there's alcohol itself, which is indeed considered a toxin. So our bodies are always going to process the alcohol first, which can lead us to store other things as fat. So basically, of the macronutrients, protein and carbs each contain 4 calories per gram. Fat is 9 calories per gram. Alcohol is 7 calories per gram. But our body has to burn the alcohol first. So everything else gets kind of put on hold. So there's that. Also, let's talk about all of the crazy mixers that generally are sugar laden. I mean, I don't do that, but that can really add up to your calorie count. Also, the poor choices that we can make when we're drinking, with food, which can happen. Um, and then there's just the fact that these liquid calories add up. So, like things like wine, like I don't drink wine anymore other than the occasional glass of Prosecco, which I do enjoy. I enjoyed it in Italy. Um, I popped a bottle of Prosecco when I won the interview for Maxim CoverGirl, and you better believe I'm going to be popping a bottle when I win the cover. Um, Not finishing the whole bottle, but bottles will be popping. Um, but wine, for example, an 8 ounce pour of wine is about 200 calories. And wine is something I see really, there's this whole mommy wine culture that I saw a lot of when my kids were younger. And there's still a wine culture of women just like, it's always wine, it's always being refilled. And you don't really know how much you have to drink. So I don't drink wine, as I said, other than the occasional glass of Prosecco. It's very rare that I drink wine. I stick to, for me, clear liquors, vodka and tequila, high quality vodka, tequila with soda. I have some different variations of this that I call the CoverGirl cocktail. And that's what I drink when I do choose to have a drink. But absolutely, alcohol can interfere with fat loss. Alcohol can be aging. It can be drying, all of the things. So here's what I did, Maya. And it can also like give us, when you have too much to drink, maybe anything to drink, you wake up the next morning, maybe not as clear, not as energized. So back in 2023, I was starting to feel that alcohol was keeping me a little bit stuck in some of my emotions. So it was more of an emotional thing. I wasn't looking to lose weight or anything like that. So I decided in early September of 2023, that I would not consume any alcohol through the rest of the year. And then I would reevaluate. I ended up going 9 straight months without a drop of alcohol. And it was really great because I saw how clear I was, clear my mind was, emotions really stabilized. Again, it was never about losing weight or anything like that. I never intended to take it 9 months, and then I just chose to. My plan was never to eliminate alcohol, but my plan was to reevaluate my relationship with it. And I realized that when I started very intentionally, very carefully consuming some alcohol again, I realized that wine was just not doing me any favors. But I found that I do like to have a cocktail when I go out, or my sister and I made skinny margs by the pool the other day. So I do enjoy, we're going out for the Eagles Cowboys game on Thursday. You better believe I'm having a drink at the bar. Probably not beer, because beer is just not my vibe. But anyway, so my thoughts on alcohol, weight loss, and aging are it's not doing us any favors. We need to look at where we stand with it. I am at a place in my life right now where I consume alcohol with intention and it feels good. I'm also not, I'm very happy with my weight, my overall fitness, all of the things. So to me, it's part of my lifestyle that I enjoy. But that I'm always looking at, I'm always aware of like, how do I want to feel tomorrow? I would never drink. It's, I'm usually two drinks max, In Italy, spaced out. I had more than that some days, but it was like really spaced out. So those are my thoughts, Maya. And then Christy, can I buy your books on Amazon or Barnes and Noble? So my journal, the Happy Healthy and Hot Journal, you absolutely can buy that on Amazon. I self-published that in 2021. Happy Healthy and Hot Journal. Thought I had one back here that I could grab. I did not. The Happy Healthy and Hot Journal is a 90-day journal. You can start it at any time. It is for mindset, nutrition, and fitness. All of the things. I love this journal. I use it every single day. When using, like, obviously I've filled up multiples. So it gives you space to start your morning with intention. Creating a small gratitude list, setting an intention for the day, an affirmation, something you're proud of. And then there's space to track what you're eating, your workouts, and finally room for any additional notes like weight, how you slept, whatever you want to add. I love this journal. It's available on Amazon, $14.99. That's under $15, $5 a month to literally change your life. My two cookbooks. First cookbook is the Happy, Healthy, and Hot Cookbook, published in 2023. And then Happier, Healthier, and Hotter in 2024. These are available as ebooks, immediate digital downloads. All of these will be linked in the caption. The reason, I heard a noise, it's my turtle walking by. The reason I published these as ebooks, I wanted to do them on Amazon. It didn't make sense financially for any of us. Because of all the color, I would have had to charge so much and I'd still be making like $0. And to be perfectly frank with you, like I'm a one-man band. I'm a one-woman show. I did every single thing for these cookbooks except the actual format. Like it's months of work. And then to make them so high priced and where I'm not making money, like that just makes no sense. Hold on, I've got to rescue my turtle. As you can see, yes, I stubbed my toe. These are incredibly unscripted, and this is indeed my turtle. Um, so I that's the story of the cookbooks. Immediate digital downloads. You have access to them immediately. They're both packed with my best weight loss strategies. I would say the second book has more than the first. And many people do, including myself. I have my copies printed out. I use my own cookbooks. Like I don't remember every recipe. So anyway, all this stuff will be linked in the caption. Say bye-bye to my turtle, and I'll see you tomorrow with another Q&A. Thanks for being here.